We're here in sunny Rialto, California, visiting with 4Gen Logistics. They are a fleet that services the ports of Los Angeles and Long Beach and customers in the Inland Empire. They are a pioneer in adopting battery electric semi-trucks. They're running VNR electric Volvos in 2-shift operations, getting more than 200 miles per day out of each vehicle with multiple drivers. And they also have on-site charging here in Rialto and at their facility in Long Beach, running 350 kilowatt chargers. They are truly at the bleeding edge of this technology, having started using these trucks over 2.5 years ago.
When this all came about, of course, ACF was driving a lot of what we were doing. But once we made that commitment, we understand, being a drayage company in and out of the ports, how much pollution they're dealing with down in that area and how this effort can help reduce that. So for us, it was just about, if we're going to do it, let's be aggressive. There was no dip your toe in. We jumped in with both feet, sometimes maybe a little bit over our head. But we're excited right now to just say, hey, by the end of 2025, we're not part of any emission issues here in the state of California.
This is kind of what attracted me to the company when I came on, was that they were fully invested to the battery electrics and the infrastructure itself. Some people would just kind of invest in the truck itself and then kind of figure out the next plan for the charging. Well, we already had the charging in place and then actually move forward with the trucks.
We actually had a PO in with another major OEM, and we were having some struggles with them. And I ended up taking 4 of my better drivers to a ride and drive event here in Fontana over at the racetrack. And there was a lot of different OEMs there, but to a driver, they all loved the Volvo the best. The Volvo Lights program was kind of winding down, but they had another unit available, and they're like, hey, would you guys like this unit? And we said, absolutely. So that was the first Volvo we started running down in our port operations in Long Beach, and kind of fell in love with the truck, and the rest is history.
Obviously 40 Volvos here. I would say that Volvo is kind of ahead of the game when it comes to the EV game. This is their 3rd generation truck, so they've been doing it for quite a while.
I've been working with 4Gen for the last 2.5 years. They've been a great partner to work with. Other customers that I work with, I can use these guys as a focal point, say, hey, this fleet, they run them, they like them, they have very little downtime with them. And when they do go down, we get right on them and try to get them back up within a day or two. The battery technology is getting better, the electronics are getting better, the trucks are getting lighter.
Volvo has reconfirmed we are 100% committed to battery electric equipment. With some of the changes with California, it's definitely slowed down truck sales, but we are 100% committed as a group to putting battery electric equipment on the road.
I think what we can showcase with this VNR is it's a great product, it's extremely reliable, and it works for what we need to do.
We always have a set of trucks already charged, fully charged, so when our drivers do come in, we keep our drivers moving. Off the one truck, charge, get another truck, boom, they're ready to go. They don't spend time fueling, they're not here filling out paperwork for a fueling charge, anything, they're ready to go. So we are always on the go, we're always moving.
In the beginning, I wasn't too sure how the truck will react with the weight of the container. But now that I have over a year with the truck, I'm able to know how far I could get depending on the weight and what my axles are telling me. If I'm coming back around 12 o'clock and they tell me, hey, you know what, I need you to take this empty back to Long Beach, then yeah, the smart thing is to hop in the truck. But if they keep me local and I have a customer right here in Redlands, I'll just charge up 20, 30 minutes and I'll be able to make my delivery and bring back an empty back to the yard.
Driver behavior is the biggest thing. These trucks are really torquey off the line. So teaching them how to operate the truck in the most efficient way possible. Also capturing regeneration. The stock for the regen has 3 modes. So knowing when you're capturing that inertia back into the batteries is the biggest thing on extending the range, and route optimization. Obviously, driving at moderate speeds, both highway and city, will help with the range as well.
2 of the earliest things that 4Gen found really helpful, one was understanding the efficiency of their vehicles so they could coach their drivers to, lay off the brakes sometimes to use regenerative braking. Another thing was just in real time as their fleet is driving around, understanding which vehicles are charged to which level so that they can pick the right ones for the right routes. And then, of course, they would be spending a lot more money on electricity if they weren't able to use our charger management functionality as well. For example, between 4 to 9 p.m., it might be twice as expensive as in the morning. And so our system automatically selects the optimal time to charge that will save you the most money.
We can look at the performance, understanding how much range are these trucks providing so that utilization is maximized, because these are expensive vehicles and you don't want to minimize how much you're using them because you're worried about running out of range. So giving a realistic view of the range, given the energy consumption, the efficiency of these vehicles, helps FordGen maximize the number of electric miles driven, which are less expensive than diesel miles. So the more electric miles are used in the operation, the faster they get the ROI on these vehicles.
We're in the CD30 phase of phase 2 of our charging, which will increase our capacity here in Rialto to 30 dispensers and double our capacity in Long Beach to 60 dispensers. So we were shooting for the end of 2026. That timeline's kind of getting pushed as some of the grant stuff that we're dealing with has been a little bit delayed. But we're still hoping by sometime in 27 we've doubled our capacity at both of our sites.
It's amazing. I think FordGen is really showing that you can run a really effective and efficient fleet with only battery electric vehicles and hydrogen. And I think they were early enough that they saw a lot of the challenges just getting into the space. And now they're seeing that technology get better and better so they can run more and more effectively. And so I think we're probably still a couple years away from the fully optimal operations. But I think when we get there, it's going to be a template for everyone else in the industry to follow.
The majority of our customers request our electrics to come out to their facilities. My wife is also in the industry. She's also in trucking, and I bragged to her about the trucks that we got. I bragged to her about all the technology we got and about our chargers we got. So yeah, I mean it is. We're very proud of our fleet and what we got going on here at FordGen.
I think where a lot of companies probably saw this as an obstacle and weren't really interested in doing it, we saw it as an opportunity. So it was, for us, extremely challenging, but extremely rewarding to get to where we're at right now.